Okay, so sometimes you just want to watch something that's action-packed, Get that escape, see some high stakes, some hard-hitting punches, and a hero with a story.
Right.
And this new film, Yudhra, sounds like it might just deliver.
Oh, yeah.
We're diving deep into it today, using a review from MovieKaTicket Films. See if this one's worth your time.
Sounds good.
This review really tries to set up Yudhra as more than just your typical action movie, though. It's supposed to be a thriller, but with some deeper themes. Yudhra Rathore, the main character, apparently has a whole lot of emotional turmoil going on.
I see.
And the reviewer actually calls it a roller coaster ride of emotions. So
I'm intrigued. But how do you actually weave emotion into an action film?
yeah, it's tricky.
Balancing those big action scenes with quieter character moments, it can be hard to get that right.
It is. You really have to find a balance. I mean, the review mentions Siddhant Chaturvedi.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing Yudhra, and apparently he does a good job of portraying both rage and vulnerability.
I see. Yudhra wants revenge against this drug syndicate because of something in his past. But the reviewer hints that there's even more to it than that.
That makes sense. It's kind of a classic action hero thing.
Yeah.
The dark past fueling the hero.
Ah.
But it's the vulnerability, the cracks in that tough exterior that makes them feel real,
Absolutely.
more than just an archetype.
Right. And that duality, the rage and the vulnerability.
Yeah.
Think how that would play out on screen. You get a big fight scene, Yudhra just unleashing this fury, and then a quiet moment. You see how much it all costs him emotionally.
Right.
And the contrast there, it actually makes the action hit even harder.
I could see that.
Because you understand what's going on inside.
The review doesn't say much about the supporting characters, though. Malavika Mohanan and Raghav Juyal are in it, but their roles are kind of vague.
Right.
Do you think that's intentional?
Could be. Maybe they're hiding some twists, some character reveals.
Ooh, I like that.
Or it could be that the characters just aren't that developed, which wouldn't be so good.
True. Kind of a red flag.
Maybe.
The reviewer did mention some issues with the screenplay.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, it struggles to balance the action and the emotional stuff.
Yeah.
Which, for me, if those transitions aren't smooth, it really throws me off.
Oh, for sure.
Like you're pulled right out of the experience.
Really?
You ever feel that way with a film?
Yeah, when the tone shifts too abruptly,
Yes.
it feels disjointed. Imagine you have a really emotional scene,
Yeah.
and then, bam, right into a crazy car chase. It just doesn't work.
It undercuts both scenes.
Exactly.
Now, the dialogue,
Okay.
the review calls it engaging,
Uh-huh.
which, okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
But do you think that always works in an action movie?
I don't know. It's tough.
Witty one-liners?
Right.
Do they add something, or are they distracting from the action?
They can be a nice little break,
Yeah.
but it really comes down to how they're done.
The tone.
The tone, yeah.
You want it to be natural, not forced.
Right. If it feels out of place, you're pulled right out of the movie.
Let's talk about the music.
Mar-
Crucial part of any action film.
Oh, yeah.
The review describes Yudhra's soundtrack as having a modern, energetic vibe.
Okay.
Specifically mentions tracks like Sathiya and Soni Lagdi.
Kitschy.
Music can do so much for an action sequence.
Yeah, for sure.
Elevate it, make
Yeah.
it heart-pounding.
Yeah.
I mean, a driving beat during a chase scene or a softer melody when a character's having an emotional moment.
Right. It sets the whole mood.
But the review says that while the music in Yudhra does elevate the mood,
Uh-huh.
the tracks themselves aren't that memorable.
Interesting.
So it makes you wonder,
Yeah.
is the music really serving the story?
Right.
Or is it just background noise?
Good question. I mean, sometimes the score just becomes part of the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's woven right in.
Exactly. And other times it's forgettable.
Yeah.
Just doesn't quite work.
All right. So we've gone through all of this.
Yeah.
Does the reviewer actually recommend watching Yudhra?
Well, it's a little complicated.
Okay.
The review says that it struggles to leave a lasting impact, but it does manage to entertain.
I see. So it's fun, but not groundbreaking.
Basically, yeah. It's not a film that's going to stay with you.
But if you just want a fun, action-packed experience,
Right. If you just want to escape for a couple of hours.
it might do the trick.
Yeah.
It's funny how a film can be entertaining without being impactful, though.
It is. Makes you think.
So, to you, the
Yeah,
listener,
right.
what do you think? After hearing all of this, does Yudhra sound like something you'd watch?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Do the action scenes outweigh the potential problems with the screenplay.
Yeah, or are you looking for something a little deeper, something that will stay with you after you watch it?
Right, because there are some films that really prompt you to think, to discuss them even after they're over.
Definitely.
And then there are those that just offer pure escape.
Uh-huh.
So here's a final thought. What are some action films that you think really got it right?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Managed to combine those big thrills with great characters and leave a lasting impression.
What do those films do well?
I mean, think about the techniques they used.
Yeah.
Maybe this deep dive can be a starting point,
Yeah.
to explore different action films.
And find your next favorite.
Exactly. Good luck. Happy watching.